What's up, YouTube? How's it going? Tokens here. Hope you, yes, you in the green shirt, you are having a great day. I am here on my live stream doing some reactions, and you can join in the fun. You can join in the chats over on this YouTube channel and kick.com/firstplayertokens. Big up to the UK, Jamwinga, in my chat right now. And yeah, I stream every Monday at 5 p.m. Pacific, every Wednesday at 7:30. Every Thursday and Friday at 5 p.m. And we start to stream off. We do a couple of reaction videos, and I upload them. And then you watch them with your eyeballs. Uh, if you want to support me, you can go to firstplayertokens.live and you can get merchandise. You can get all sorts of cool things. And there's all sorts of ways you can consume my content and support me, which I do appreciate you supporting me. Now, for this video, we've all been to Little Caesars, whether it's here in the US, over in the UK in Jamwinga land, or wherever in the world they have Little Caesars. Canada. Um, these people at Insider Food, who, by the way, I'm big fans of, they do a series called Food Wars. In the comments below, please let me know if you want to see Food Wars more on this channel. They are great. They're great people, and yeah, I think we are going to enjoy in a couple seconds here some Little Caesars Food Wars. Where they compare everything from portion sizes to calorie counts. Well, they'll explain it to you right now.
Caesars in the U.S. sells hot and ready pizzas in one size, 14 inches. Closer to 13 and a half. I'll let it slide though.
In the UK, Little Caesars hot and ready pizzas only come in one size, 12 inches. That means that the surface area of a UK Little Caesars pizza is 113.1 square inches.
The surface area of a U.S. Little Caesars pizza is 153.9.
America for the win. Bigger pizzas.
94 square inches. That makes the pizza 36% larger than the UK's.
Now we can get crazy bread in the UK, and we ordered it from our Little Caesars, but unfortunately they forgot it. If they remember your crazy bread, it looks like you get 4 pieces with an order, according to the website.
Too bad for the UK, but the US, we did get our crazy bread. And an order of crazy bread comes with 8 sticks. 8 crazy sticks. It wouldn't, of course, be an order of crazy bread without the crazy sauce.
To add insult to injury, they gave us just the crazy sauce, but without the bread.
Come on, UK Little Caesars, get your act together. Why did they screw up their order and miss the crazy bread? But you gave them the crazy sauce. What's going on? Are the UK Little Caesars that daft?
Let's weigh it anyway to see how much we get. A side of crazy sauce in the UK weighs 7 grams.
It's 159 grams.
Whoa, it's so crazy. No, it's fine.
I wouldn't call the sauce crazy. Misunderstood maybe, but it feels like the sauce kind of has it under control. This is a very mild-mannered, well thought out, well-measured sauce.
Another item available in both countries is cheese bread. I'll say on the medium rare side of cooked. It's 7.5 inches across and 5.5 inches wide.
I would like to note that in the US, our cheese bread is called Italian cheese bread. Ooh, that's almost exactly 9 inches. 7 inches? If you want to get a small pizza at Little Caesars, just get the Italian cheese bread and a side of sauce.
That I might actually have to try that. I might. One of these days, I'll have to try that.
Assembly required.
Here are all the Little Caesars menu items in the UK that you won't find in the US.
Here is all of the Little Caesars menu items you can get in the US that you won't find in the UK.
Before we talk about some of the default pizza options, we'll talk about some of the customization options you get in the UK that you guys can't change in the US. For example, over here we can sub out the tomato sauce base for barbecue sauce or peri-peri sauce. I think the peri peri sauce is kind of a nod to the UK's obsession with peri peri. You guys know how much we love our Nando's. I think Little Caesars are trying to get in on that as well. Nando's just dropped to their knees in Tesco, just like, oh my God, no. The peri peri option doesn't stop there because you can also add peri peri seasoning to the crust of your pizza at Little Caesars.
The US customizations for the crust, round, which I guess is regular, but we also have thin crust, stuffed crust, Detroit-style deep dish, and stuffed crust deep dish.
I've had their deep dish from Little Caesars, but I have not had the stuffed crust deep dish. That could be a potential single bite food review.
For bake, we also do a well done. Cheese, you can get obviously regular cheese, but no cheese or light cheese. Sauce, same thing, light, normal, extra, no sauce.
Now let's talk about some of the pizza options in the UK.
Who gets no sauce on their pizza? What savage gets zero sauce? Honestly. Like, I've never heard of a no sauce pizza.
You won't find on the menu in the US. Here we have the barbecue chicken pizza. If you stare at this thing for too long, you will be...
That barbecue chicken pizza looks good, and I'm sorry I'm pausing it a lot, folks, but obviously I want to comment on these things, so I've got to pause the video to do that.
lured into a hypnotic trance. The barbecue sauce is very sweet and kind of becomes the main thing that you can taste. If that's your thing, do it, not really mine. Over this way, we have the spicy peri peri. The peri peri is quite gentle, just like a little bit of heat maybe, but
We don't usually have peri peri here in the US, so I've never tried it. If it's incredibly spicy, I don't think I'd want to try it.
to call that like a spicy peri peri, I think they've oversold the spicy and they've also kind of oversold the peri peri. Our next pizza is this one. It's called the Quattro. What they've done is take a pizza and divide it into fours and then top those individually. So you have 2 slices of margarita, 2 slices of pepperoni, 2 slices chicken and mushroom, and 2 slices of peppers, tomatoes, and sweet corn.
All right, this says SC pepperoni, stuffed crust pepperoni. I mean, this looks like, pretty generous with the pepperoni. It's a bit more neon colored than I'd like. The crust.
Yeah, that was a little neon colored, but I have had stuffed crust from Little Caesars before. I've had their pretzel crust. I don't know if it's going to be in this video, but if you get a chance to try the pretzel crust pizza, do it. If they have that in the UK, Jamwinga, do it. It's really good.
Crust, of course, is stuffed with mozzarella cheese. Yeah, not bad. All right, let's just try. Sorry, stuffed crust. People just kind of don't care about it. Something newer to the Little Caesars menu here in the US is something called slice and sticks, which is half pizza, half breadsticks. For the consumer that wants a little variety.
Okay, tell me down below what you think of this concept. And chat, tell me what you think as well. I think it's pretty innovative, actually. I mean, who doesn't like breadsticks? Who doesn't like pizza? They fit great together.
Just them by themselves. Don't want to get a whole pizza and a whole thing of sticks. I want to point out that slice and sticks come in what I think is this, aka the classic. We also get bacon slice and sticks and jalapeno slice and sticks. Throw on your grass skirts, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to Hawaii. This is the Hula Hawaiian, which of course is bacon and pineapple. I think pineapple on pizza is perfectly fine. This Hawaiian's not very good, but the before mentioned thin crust.
I haven't had no Hawaiian here, but the only Hawaiian that I like nowadays, you get rid of that ham, and you put pepperoni on it. You're welcome.
Thin crust pepperoni. It's pretty good if you want to pay the exact same price for literally half the pizza. So far for Little Caesars, the pepperoni's winning across the board. Little Caesars got me through some financial rough patches, so don't be too hard on them, but I mean, some eat them like, oh yeah, my early 20s. Great. 5 meat feast. Count with me here. Pepperoni, ham, sausage, hamburger, bacon, and yeah, I think it's like a seasoned beef. I don't like when they go ham and pork are 2 different meats. I know they're 2 different, but it's kind of like they're pretty close. Or it should be 5 meats, 2 animals. The seasoned ground beef or sausage looks a lot like mouse turds.
Okay, I can never eat the sausage from there again because he said this. Well done, Joe. Congratulations.
Making this incredibly unappetizing. You're trying too hard with this one.
Then we have a few deluxe options in the UK, starting with a pepperoni deluxe. If you're wondering what makes this deluxe when compared to a standard pepperoni, they just take some extra pepperoni and add it to the pizza, and then sprinkle it with Grana Padano cheese. I will say, like, it does look slightly more deluxe than the rest. Let's see if it tastes deluxe. It might just be a placebo effect, but it does kind of taste like the best one I've had so far. I don't know if I'd stretch to like deluxe as an adjective, but slightly
If it was going to be deluxe, you'd have to have cup and crisp pepperoni on it, I think.
better for sure. Maybe just rename it the slightly better pepperoni.
Something that here in the US, our Little Caesars has, I've never heard of this before, and I don't know exactly what they're doing. A series of pizzas, 2 pizzas, called, and this is all one word, Extra Most Bestus. The Extra Most Bestus cheese and pepperoni. Is this just rebranding the plain cheese and the plain? What makes this Extra Most Bestus? All right, let's find out together. It's an upgrade take on.
Okay, I love the Family Feud thing. That's actually hilarious.
Their classic pepperoni pizza that offers 80% more pepperoni, uses 25% more cheese. Okay, so more cheese and more pepperoni. Wait a second, wait a second, wait a second. Can someone graphics take a screenshot of that? We'll compare this to, there's a pepperoni that's coming up that's has a lot more on here, so.
Next up is another deluxe option, the Margarita Deluxe. Just as like a linguistic note, in the UK, if you see a cheese and tomato pizza on the menu, it's almost always referred to as a margarita. Everyone knows what that means. It's a slightly more traditional Italian way of saying cheese and tomato, whereas in America, it seems like you guys all just have to say cheese pizza, or you don't really understand what you're getting. To turn this margarita into a deluxe version, it seems like all they've really done is added, I think, some herbs, and then some chopped up pieces of actual tomato. All I really have to say about most of these is that they're fine. Our final deluxe pizza exclusive is the Mushroom Deluxe. Again, it looks like a fairly standard mushroom pizza with, I think, the herbs again and the Grana Padano sprinkled around the edge. It's also funny that they call this one a Mushroom Deluxe pizza because there isn't actually a standard mushroom on the menu. So I guess if you like mushrooms on your pizza, you're being forced into having the deluxe fancy version.
This is the old world Fanceroni pepperoni. Garone. Now that's pepperoni. Let's go. The cups. Oh yeah. Now remember that one a minute ago that we just saw? That was the extra best mostest, or whatever the hell it's called. Yes. Yes.
No, the cup pepperoni one should be extra most bestest, because that cup that honestly looks amazing, and it's making me hungry a little bit.
Oh, the crispy. This is pretty good. I will say, the dough on all these pizzas are a lot spongier. I'm hoping that that is a choice to make it spongier and not that they just didn't cook these through. I'll find out in a couple hours. Of the regular round pizzas, last and certainly least, veggie. As before mentioned, version of pizza you can get here in the US, we have a Detroit-style deep dish pizza at Little Caesars. You can get the ultimate supreme, the veggie, the pepperoni, the 3 meat, Hawaiian, and just regular cheese. I went with the pepperoni because I feel that's classic Detroit style. Detroit's. Let us know in the comments how they did. True Detroit style puts the sauce or a little bit of sauce on top. They did not. So it just looks like a really thick pizza. We love our bread in this country. I would suggest against selling this in Detroit.
So what we have here is the UK only pizza.
But I think they're headquartered in Detroit, Joe, so that's definitely being sold in Detroit.
What we've done is take all of the customization options you can only find in the UK and combine them onto one pizza. So what this pizza has is the peri-peri sauce base, a barbecue sauce drizzle, peri-peri chicken, regular chicken, red onions, sweet corn, and tomatoes. Honestly, that's not terrible. Far from the worst UK-only creation that we've ever made. The peri sauce base seems to just be tomato sauce with like a bit of peri seasoning kind of mixed into it. So you still get a bit of the sweetness from the tomato and a very gentle warmth from that. The barbecue sauce is kind of the dominant flavor again, but as far as UK-only pizzas go, it's not bad.
A segment that usually we haven't done this in forever, it feels like. A USA only, that's right. This is a pizza you can only get in the United States of America at a Little Caesars. Of all the many USA only options, we went with a well-done pizza with a stuffed crust, extra sauce, light cheese, old world pepperoni, pineapple, and black olives.
You're not going to be able to pick that up and eat it, I don't think. It's going to be very sloppy. I think Dave Portnoy would give that a 0.
Oh man. Wah, wah. The extra sauce, I think, is what really, oh God.
Told you.
The extra sauce is what really ruined this, because now it's just all sliding off. It's really bad. It's really bad because it's like falling apart. And also we got this separately, so this was actually just came out of the oven. It's like really hot.
Then we're on to the sides. We have 2 exclusives in the UK. Now, while we didn't get any of the crazy bread, at least we got the crazy puffs. They take the dough, they form it into a kind of cupcake muffin shape, which is then filled with some tomato sauce, some cheese, and pepperoni. See the grease like dripping out of that as soon as I bit in. They're not bad. They're on like a mid-level of the crazy scale. And we can also get veggie crazy puff. It's the same cheese and sauce base, but then instead of the pepperoni, they've added corn, peppers, and onion.
We also have stuffed crazy bread. Remember that crazy bread from earlier? Now it's stuffed.
And I've never had that stuffed crazy bread. Also, by the way, for you fair use nerds out there, we are 10 minutes into this video, and the video video has been going 15. So we're definitely well on the way to fair use. Anyway, back to this. Let's see this stuffed crazy bread, because I've never had it.
What the fuck? This is like a giant mozzarella stick. Isn't really melted. Oh man, remarkably bland. Avoid. Caesar's got wings, oven roasted, barbecue, and buffalo. I'm starting to get a headache. I can't for the life of me pinpoint what is making me suddenly so nauseous.
We have a couple of exclusive sauces in the UK, which means it's
If you're gonna get chicken wings, Little Caesars is not the place for them. Wingstop.
time for Sauce Talk. We have 3 sauces in the UK that you won't find on an American menu, which is garlic and herb. When you order a Domino's, it comes by default with a garlic and herb dip in the UK. People go crazy for that dip. People really love it. So a few other places have tried to kind of jump on that bandwagon, and this is their version. We then have a peri-peri sauce, and finally we have a ketchup on the menu. I'm questioning anybody who eats pizza with ketchup, I'm gonna be honest. And we don't really even have any sides on the menu that go with ketchup, so the garlic and herb is defeating me. Leon, help. It's got quite a harsh taste, actually. Surprisingly harsh. Try the peri-peri. So the thing is, peri-peri has a very distinct flavor. It's a specific type of chili. All I'm really getting from this is just like chili pepper heat. You know, we have ketchup. I can't quite put my finger on it. I'm gonna literally put my finger on it. It's got almost more of like a tomato soup flavor to it, which I don't hate. After my preamble about how much I do not think ketchup should go with any of these pizzas, it actually ended up being my favorite of these 3 sauces. I think that's more of a comment
Harry, don't knock it till you try it.
on the other 2 not being very nice rather than the ketchup being good.
You have a variety of 4 exclusive delicious dipping sauces. Butter garlic flavor, buffalo ranch, cheesy jalapeno, and just regular ranch.
For those who don't know, in the U.S., at least at like Papa John's and maybe at some other places, garlic butter is what you usually get as a dipping sauce, as a sauce. If you get a sauce with a dipping sauce with a pizza, it's like comes standard if a place offers it.
Little Caesars in the UK also has one dessert option you won't find in the US, chocolate chip cookies.
So we got desserts, cookie dough brownies. One is Twix pieces, the other is M&M minis. Very, very sweet. Kind of weird, actually.
Finally, let's talk about drinks. In the UK, Little Caesars carries Coca-Cola branded drinks, including obviously Coca-Cola, but then also things like Monster Energy and Oasis, which is a bit of a British classic. Comes in either a citrus punch or summer fruits. It's kind of like a diluted fruit juice. Refreshing.
Finally, I can have something to drink. They had Coke products, we got Pepsi products. Oh, you know, the classic Pepsi. Mug root beer, Mountain Dew, and
I grew up on mug root beer. Mug root beer is amazing. I just wish they carry zero sugar variants of their sodas. And also, as I'm recording this, Little Caesars is actually carrying pineapple Pepsi. But because I gotta watch my sugar intake, I can't try it. Feels bad, man. If you've tried the pineapple Pepsi, let me know how it is in the comments below.
Starry. It's the new one. It's what replaced Sierra Mist. R.I.P. Sierra Mist, thank God. Yeah, that's like exactly what 7-Up tastes like. They invented 7-Up. Great job, guys.
Unfortunately, Little Caesars in the UK doesn't give us a full nutritional breakdown, only calories. A hot and ready cheese pizza in the UK
Jamwinga, mug is root beer. It's an American thing.
is 1,700 calories. That's 85% of your recommended daily allowance.
A hot and ready US cheese pizza is 1,950 calories. That's 97.5% of your recommended daily intake. Also, the sodium, good lord, 160% of your recommended daily intake.
The most calorific pizza in the UK is this 3-meat treat. A whole one of these contains 1,910 calories, or 95.5% of your daily allowance.
We also have the 3-meat treat, but ours is 2,870 calories. That's 960 calories more than the UK version. And ours is 143.5% of your daily calories. You're not gonna believe this. The 3-meat treat isn't our biggest caloried pie. That award goes to, oddly enough, this, the pepperoni and cheese stuffed crust pizza. This whole thing, 3,340 calories. That's
How in the hell does just a single pepperoni stuffed crust pizza have more calories than the meat pizza? I am shooketh.
167% of your daily calorie intake. And of course, the sodium. The sodium! 380% your recommended daily sodium intake. So, pizza's cut into 8 slices, so one slice contains 1,094 milligrams of sodium, which is almost half of your daily amount in just one slice.
Remind me never to get the pepperoni stuffed crust pizza from Little Caesars ever again.
RIP my kidneys.
A hot and ready margarita or pepperoni in the UK will cost you £5, which at the time of recording this is $6.04.
The Little Caesars hot and ready pizza has become a contentious topic in the US in recent years. Forever, this was just $5, but in 2022 they raised the price for the first time in nearly 25 years. Price can vary depending on your location, but where I am here in Southern California, a hot and ready cheese pizza is now $6.49, or £5.40.
Our most expensive pizzas are the Ultimate Supreme, Spicy Peri Peri, Barbecue Chicken, and 3-meat treat, which will all cost you £10. This was my first time trying Little Caesars pizza because currently there is only one of them in the whole UK. It's in Chellaston, just near Derby. Having now tried it, and also with the context of the price, I think I'm fairly confident in saying this is a pretty low-rung pizza. It is very rare to find anything of this size for £5 in the UK when you come to pizzas, but in kind of return for that, you're not getting the best quality. I think in terms of my taste of pizza power rankings for the UK, this would be sitting fairly low, but for £5, it's kind of hard to complain because that is quite cheap. I don't know, how do you feel about it, Joe?
When researching for this video, I looked it up and I was surprised to find out, and you might be surprised as well to learn this. Little Caesars is the 3rd biggest pizza chain in America. Totally surprised. Little Caesars recently became the official pizza of the NFL. What? I always thought, this is me talking here, Little Caesars was always the cheapest option. Also, the quality was...
When I was growing up, that was actually true. But I think Little Caesars has up their game a little bit.
never that good. So I was surprised to learn that this pizza is A, still around, B, very popular, and C, after this video, not that bad. I dogged down Little Caesars for a while, but I mean, I've had worse. I've been asked by my...
All right, so yeah, what did you think of that video? I enjoyed it. Talk to me. Tell me in the comments below. Tell me what your favorite pizza was that we showed, and I'll see you. Yes, you in a Sacramento Republic shirt. First off, great choice in teams. Secondly, I'll see you later. Have a good one, folks. Take care. The links and everything are going to be downstairs.